Ready, steady, go. Oh dear, I'm feeling worn out just listening to this now. I did get to bed quite late last night, I have to say. I'm not usually one to put the bejeebers into people, but to anybody who's training for the London Marathon, it's only 13 days to go until the big day. As you may know, we are following on the Dave Monk programme some of those super souls from Essex who'll be running in the race. Play on words there. Last year, we followed the progress of just one runner, actually, which I suppose makes her our original Monk marathoneer. Well, she had a few dramas in the 2013 race. Surprisingly, she's back for the 2014 race. She is Jacky Chase from Rayleigh. Jacky, good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
How are you?
I am fighting fit.
Good. Just take us through last year.
Last year's training was going well and I was really looking forward to it, and then the day before, on the Saturday, I got food poisoning and I spent the whole of the race having to stop every couple of miles to throw up delicately and, femininely at the roadside.
How on earth did you do that without the whole audience going, oh, no?
No, I think they appreciated the extra entertainment. I always got a very special cheer every time I decided, OK, I can stop now and I can start running again.
Oh, well, I'm not really surprised. So last year you hoped to run it in 4 hours 30, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
What did it take?
6.5.
6.5 hours?
6.5 hours.
Well, quite frankly, I'm surprised you even managed to get through it.
I was absolutely determined, and you cannot underestimate the power of a crowd to motivate you to keep on going when you really don't feel like keeping on going.
Well, yeah. And did you ever find out what gave you the food poisoning?
We have our suspicions that it was a very large cream cake that I indulged in the day before, having not eaten anything of that sort of description for months, having watched my diet carefully, and then having been seduced by a very large cream cake on the day before. We think that having sat in the car for a little while after I'd done the shopping and before I went home and ate it, that was probably that.
That's a lesson learned, isn't it, really?
My husband has decided that he's going to take the Saturday off work this year to monitor my diet fully. For the whole of the 48 hours before the marathon.
Well, I'd thank him if I was you.
So I'm severely restricted. And I had a practice. I did the Brentwood Half Marathon last weekend.
Right.
And I practiced my fueling strategy the day before. So we've now decided that homemade pizza is a good, safe bet.
Your fueling strategy makes you sound like a motor car, doesn't it, really? Right, well, who are you running for?
I'm running again for Livability, who are one of the charities who run Dolphin House, which is on Southend Seafront. Mm-hmm. It's a home for the disabled, and a friend of mine has a daughter who is looked after there. And last year we were fundraising to buy them a new minibus, which was delivered last week. Hooray.
Wonderful. And
this year the money is going towards helping keep the minibus running, because insurance and petrol and diesel and everything else, doesn't come for free. So that's where the money's going this year.
Excellent. And what's your target?
£1,500 if I can. And that's what I'll be aiming for, and that will buy a fair amount of diesel.
I bet it will.
Certainly help towards the insurance.
How are you getting on with that?
I'm about halfway there, so I need a push. I need people to keep. A lot of people have said, "Oh yes, I'll get round to it. I'll get round to it." But like everything else, it goes to the bottom of the list. When life gets busy with people. So I just want to remind people, if they go to virginmoneygiving.com/Jacky Chase, they can find me and they can donate their pennies, and literally every penny will count. Every penny goes there.
And what sort of things have you been doing so far to raise the money, and what have you still got to do?
Well, funnily enough, I'm having a bake sale so that I can't eat any of the cakes. I'm having a bake sale here at work next Monday, and I shall be cajoling everybody in my business to come and buy some cakes from me. And I thought I was doing pretty good, actually, to give them. I thought I was giving them good value for money, because I ran the Brentwood Half as well, so they got 39 miles for the price of 26.2.
Well, that's a bargain, isn't it?
And I thought that was... everybody wants a bargain these days, and I thought that's I thought that was pretty good value for money.
Right. And where do you work? What do you do?
I work for a barristers' chambers in the middle of central London. So
right, so they're all the barristers are going to be stuffing your cakes on
hopefully,
April the 8th.
That's what I will be hoping for.
You never see that in silk.
No, you don't, do you? But then there's just a little bit of poetic licence creeps into silk.
You're joking. I thought it was true.
We come in and discuss it the next morning, and it's that would never happen.
Are they all, having affairs with one another and all that sort of stuff? Is that what goes on?
It's not quite like that, funnily enough. It's very plain and very ordinary, and people just work very hard.
Even harder nowadays, don't they? Look, good luck.
Thank you very much.
And your training is going well.
It is. So far, I had a little Achilles injury a couple of weeks ago, but I've had a very good physio, and she's worked me through that, and it stood up well for the half marathon. So hopefully, it'll all still be in one piece for the full.
And are you sort of tailing off now with your training, or have you got to do your big long run yet?
No, I've done that. I this weekend I only had to do 8 miles, which is a mere drop in the ocean.
Nothing.
Mere nothing. And then this coming weekend is a mere 6 miles, and then just some light training for the next couple of weeks. Daily training, but nothing of any long distance. Plenty of speed work, some hill work, but nothing of any great mileage.
Jacky, timing this year, or are you just going to ignore that? Ignore it. Don't commit yourself.
I'm not going to put it. I would love anything under 5 would be great, because I have to say I am another year older, and as I say, I have had the little Achilles injury. So anything under 5, but somewhere between 4.5 and 5 would be nice, and it would mean the family don't have to hang around quite so long.
Look, you're doing the work. They can blooming hang around for the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, the advantage was they did get to see me at several points last year, because every time I went past, they just jumped onto the underground and went a few more stops up and got in front of me again.
Yeah, to see you delicately throwing up again.
Yes.
Jacky, we'll leave it at that. Jacky, good luck. I hope it goes really well for you. Jacky Chase from Rayleigh, one of our the original monk marathoneer.